And the royals have made their first public appearance since the release of Prince Harry's explosive tell-all hit the shelves. King Charles stepped out in Scotland overnight, while the Duke and Duchess of Wales carried out engagements in Liverpool in England's northwest.
Now, it comes as sources reveal that Prince Harry is not welcome at the King's coronation, with senior royals concerned that their private conversations will be made public.
Sunrise Royal editor Rob Jobson joins us now. Jobbo, hello to you. King Charles visited a community shed in Scotland. Any inside word on whether he's actually read this book?
I think it's probably quite unlikely, actually, Matt, that he's read it. But somebody shouted out when he was there, about the book, and he didn't really have any reaction. When William and Kate were out in Liverpool, they got a lot of support, and I think William himself turned around and they said, "Oh, you got to carry on, keep going." And he said, "Absolutely, I will." But there's been no direct reference to the book itself. That's been the policy they've taken, and they don't really want to, if you like, dignify it with a comment.
OK, so there have also been reports, as you said, Kate and William are out, that Harry's memoir has a bunch of inaccuracies. Now, some of them are very minor, some of them a little more. I mean, does this point to a larger issue with Harry's recollection of things at the time?
Well, the Queen quite rightly said that recollections may vary over the race issue, didn't it? And then they haven't really followed that up. So, look, there are a few mistakes in the book. I mean, there's one, for example, quite a vivid passage about Harry got the news that the Queen Mother had died when he was sitting in the classroom in Eton. He couldn't remember if it was a teacher who told him. Probably not, because he was in Switzerland, close to skiing with his dad. I know, because I was there on the day the Queen Mother died. So, there are things like that. You should get right in your own memoir, but that's probably got more to do with the fact checkers and the ghostwriter than it has to do with him. But he should have read it and realised that wasn't true.
Jobbo, if you're a betting man, what are the odds that Harry gets an invite to the King's coronation?
Well, the coronation's a state event. It's paid for by the government, for the people. It's going to cost quite a lot of money. I don't think the mood in the UK at the moment is supportive of that, of him being there. So even if the King, who's a kind man, would like both his sons there in an ideal world, I don't think politically it'd be acceptable. So I think that he won't be there.
Yeah. What has been the response there in the UK? How are people feeling about Harry and Meghan now?
Look, I think they're surprisingly defensive of the Crown, of the King in particular, and Camilla. I think there's a general, if you believe in polls, the polls have got Harry's poll at an all-time low, plummeting, same as Meghan's too. But I think really there's a generational divide. A lot of people, younger people, support Meghan and Harry, and others don't. But the reality is, he's had his say, he's said his piece. I think what's annoyed a lot of people is the way that he seems simply to be blaming everybody else and not taking ownership of it. And I think that in a way, you can't expect people to actually believe that everything that he did is right and everything that everyone else did is wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, doesn't make sense. I mean, he shoots at the British press, but the British press is there to be shot at. But ultimately, we do know that Meghan did suggest there was a racist in the royal family. Yeah, he says that wasn't them, that was the British press. Well, everyone saw the interview.
Jobbo, just quickly before we let you go, years ago, Camilla was voted the most hated woman in Britain. She has absolutely come back and has got the support of the public. Does that mean that there is a semblance of hope for these two?
I don't know what they want, though, but no, I don't think so at the moment. I mean, there's always going to be, we're going to have to see what happens, what unfolds, Mon. We don't know where this journey's going, but, what do they really want? I don't think they particularly want to come back to the UK or be part of the royal family. It just seems there's a hell of a lot of jealousy between Harry and William, and there's a lot of bitterness between the two wives. As time goes by, I don't think that's going to heal.
Yeah, you'd have to be working on it, as Camilla did, right? Thank you, Jobbo, as always.